Okay, I'm here at Rodina Mat, which basically, rough translation, is motherland. If you look up here, you can see this huge sign that says Ukraine is the shield of Europe, and you can see the country Ukraine with a bunch of bullet holes in it in the blue and gold color, and the Russian missiles and rockets launching into the country. And right here below us are tank parts. These are new from the war with Russia. Yeah, so you can see right here, this is a Russian tank. I'm just gonna come up here a little closer and show you the V here on the side, which we're used to seeing in America, the images of these tanks, but here you can see the pieces laid out here for people to see. And these are very expensive, very large rockets that obviously landed but probably didn't explode. You can see kind of what this looks like here. Bullet hole right into the glass. And then it looks like it burned as well. You can see where the paint has been kind of burnt off.
It's a T-62.
T-62.
Not the World War II, it's a T-62.
T-62 tanks.
They still use it.
Some helicopter parts here, an assembly for the rotor, a tailpiece with a tail rotor attached to it. This is a rocket right here.
Yes.
Look at the size of this thing.
That's huge.
Wow. So here we have basically an unexploded rocket. I wouldn't even say, this is not a rocket, this is a missile. This is like a huge missile.
Yeah.
This thing's probably capable of destroying, you know, a lot. I don't know how much explosive a missile this size would hold, but very destructive. So behind me on the floor inside of this Red Star are boots that were actually, I think, removed from dead Russian soldiers. They're here on the floor inside of this big red star, and when you see something like this, it really shows you kind of the just the cost of war like this. You have a lot of boots and also gear and equipment. You can see right here, there's helmets, there's you know, pieces of uniform here. There's some kind of like goggles or some kind of optical device, gas masks. This is all gear that was worn by Russian soldiers that came here to basically invade. And as part of the counter-offensive, when they drove the Russian forces back out of their cities, they were left with a lot of bodies, lots of gear and equipment, which they've collected, and some of it is now on display. They have some items here from some of the commanders. You can see here there's a Russian uniform with the patches and everything on it. Some kind of like airborne infantry. Yeah, names, like name patches off of uniforms, and then you have Russian patches here with different unit names on them that you can see were from soldiers that this one right here, you can tell it's been burned. The body was probably burned, but you can just see kind of what this looks like. There's been a tremendous loss of life on both sides, actually. Here's like a little rocket, little RPG or a mortar round. You have a knife here, some more uniforms. When we were touring 2 years ago, we saw lots of explosions where rockets and mortars had exploded inside the cities.
Map for commanders, you know what they try to.
Yeah, here's a map that they used to plan their invasion that the commanders had. You can see, what city is this, Vasily? Is this Kyiv?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so. So this was probably their plan for their positions that they were going to take up inside of Kyiv, which never happened. So the Ukrainian forces actually successfully prevented them from entering Kyiv, but really interesting to see all of this gear and equipment here.